Hello everyone and welcome back. So came back to the allotment, just have a bit of a tidy up, and I thought I'd give you a quick look at the onions that we've got growing down here, mainly large onions for expedition. I have already picked 6. If you watched the previous video you would have seen those 6. I'll pop a picture of them up on the screen now. But I thought I'd come down, have a look, see if there's any others around the same size. I think maybe 1 or 2 that we can pull, but the rest I think I am going to leave them for now and let them grow on. So it is quite a mess down here at the moment. Like I say, I haven't been down here at all hardly this summer. So it's all overgrown. I've been round and cut the grass before doing this video. Potatoes in here, all bone dry. Those ones coming out the pot. They're all condor, so there might be a large one in there. This is where we had the garlic and the shallots, and then we got a few onions at the end of this row. These are all looking really nice. They're all quite uniformed. Nice size. Might pick a couple of these just for the harvest baskets, but I'll do that in a few days' time. And then in this bed, this is where we pulled the others from. As you can see, there's quite a few that flopped over and ready to be pulled. These ones, only small ones, but great for eating. So there was 3 different varieties in here: the Elsay, Joe Atherton and the Peter Glazebrook. No idea which is which. But you can see there's a few decent sized ones in here. This one here is definitely bigger than anything that I've grown before. It's almost like it's split into 4 sections, but it's still one onion. But there's some really nice ones, again all around the same size as the ones that I've already taken, and then 1 or 2 that we're going to leave on for the heavy onion. Thinking this one, that one, or possibly this one. I don't think this one's going to grow in time, but I'd say that that was going to be pretty big. But if it does get really big, so what we'll do is we'll harvest it and keep it and set it for seed for next year, because that could be really big. But as you can see, we're going to have quite a few onions here over the next couple of weeks. A lot of these now are collapsing over, which is a good sign that they're going to be ready. These smaller ones I'll pick at this size. I'll do that now, and I'll bring the camera back afterwards, show you those. The giant cabbage under here is overgrown with weeds. I haven't had a chance to get into here, but these 2 are in here. I do have 2 at home that are much bigger than these. The Swede, they both bolted, and kohlrabi in there. Can't even see it. But I will get round. I'm going to take the cover off that, remove the things, and just get that whole bed cleared, I think. Then at the end of the beds, we've got a couple of beetroots. Jesus. I didn't realise he'd got so big. But we'll get those picked in the next day or 2. A few nice ones there. Right, I'll get the rest of these smaller onions picked and bring you back after that. Right, so that's a few decent sized onions there. Bigger than what you'd buy in the shop, much better quality. Reason why I'm picking these ones smaller is they will store for a lot better, a lot longer the smaller they are. Don't need that many big ones. The big ones I like to use as I pick them. You tend to find that they don't store as well. They will store, but not for as long. So by picking a rake of small ones, that should see us through, along with what we've got at home. And I've also pulled that great big beetroot out. Absolutely lovely. Right then guys, that is it from down the allotment. So what I will do is head on home. When we get home, I'll do a quick update on the giant onions for Polytunnel's Giant Onion Challenge. We've got the LC with no lights and the LC with grow lights. So catch you in a bit. Bye for now. Right then guys, so we are back at home now in the Polytunnel, where I've got all my other onions drying out. We do still have a load down at the allotment to harvest, which you would have seen in the beginning of this video, and I have just been and measured my biggest of the giant onions for Polytunnel's LC Giant Onion Growing Challenge 25-26, and we'll pop and have a look at those now. Right then, so all my existing viewers will already know this, but to anyone new here, I've planted these out in the 20 litre air pots, and these were buried up to about halfway, but obviously over the past few weeks it's just slowly decayed down and slowly pushed away, especially with the rain that we had the other day. These are about done, I'd say. They're not growing much more. A lot of the foliage has died off. They haven't put on any growth really in the last couple of weeks. They're just about holding on, but Polytunnel has pushed the lifting date forward a little bit, so I am going to leave them a couple more days before I do the reveal. I'm not going to tell you how big they are. If you want to know that, keep an eye out for a future video. But to scale, they're pretty big. Like I say, they're not as big as what I thought they were going to be, but for the LC onions, I don't think they get much bigger than this, to be honest. Yeah, they're decent sized, they're nice and firm. Bindweed's growing in there. But yeah, overall, happy with them. I had no issues this year with any bolting or anything like that. Main issue this year has been neglect on my behalf, but that is 100% my fault, and next year we will be back into it full swing and hopefully have a lot more time. So these are the three with grow lights that are outside. We will go and have a look at the one with no lights that is in the other polytunnel now. But just before we head over there, I thought I'd give you a quick look around, see what we've got going in this polytunnel, as we haven't done many updates at all this year. But we've got carrots and parsnips in the boxes on the left here. A couple in there, not many, hopefully enough for the show. And then we've got all the sun gold tomatoes in the front here, only 3 of those this year. And then the 2 that are supposedly the heavy tomatoes from Peter Glazebrook. Not had much on these, although saying that, I haven't cleared the bottoms out, I haven't taken all the side shoots out. I haven't really done anything with these. We've got one there, not very big, and a couple on this one. What I might do for these is try and take some of the side shoots and keep the plants going on over winter, and also save the seed from what I can. And then we've just got a couple of the Corno di Toro peppers in front of those, and at the back there we've got a couple more peppers, a few tomatillos, and that's about it really. The onions and some of the elephant garlic, shallots, all in here. We're drying out nicely. A lot of these are ready to go in the shed now, especially these are really dry, but they'll be getting planted. All those are to be planted again. Going to save a rake of the shallots to plant again. Got a nice big pile of those under there, and then obviously the bigger onions, they're starting to get a bit of a skin on those now as well, drying out just nicely. In the tub on the right of the door, we've got Peter Glazebrook giant bell pepper and some very sad looking cucumbers, desperate for a drink. But we've got one big one there and another one on the back there. So I will be getting in here this afternoon and giving everything a good drink. Get rid of that. But like I say, a lot of it has been neglected. So that brings us to the end of the video in the polytunnel out the back, where we really don't have much going on in here at all. A couple of really struggling plants, tomato plants there, really looking worse for wear. But we do have the one LC with the no lights, which is probably looking better than the ones with grow lights. This has been in the polytunnel its whole life in the back here, and in this 5 litre pot, I'll say. If you check back to some of the earlier videos this year, you'll see me planting this in here and popping it in the back corner there. And that's where it stayed. I really haven't done anything. It's been watered, that's about it. As you can see, very dry. Not much growth coming on in here now, but I've just measured it and it is the same size as the biggest one with grow lights. So I'm actually really happy with that. I'm not going to tell you how big it was. Tape measure there. And if you want to see how much they weigh, you have to check out the video at the, I think it's the beginning of September now. It was supposed to be the end of August, but he's moved it forward a week or two. So this one can stay in there for a little bit longer. But it just goes to show the difference between a 20 litre pot and a 5 litre pot doesn't really matter. And I haven't even fed it. So look forward to seeing what that actually weighs and what the difference is with grow lights and no grow lights. So, a couple of other plants, house plants in here, and a few grapes, a few bunches of grapes coming. But the plant really took a turn for the worst in that heat that we had, but it's recovering, and got a couple of bunches of grapes again. Got a couple of onions drying out here. These were from the bed that's just outside the polytunnel there. I do believe these are the Joe Athertons. Never really got very big, but nice firm onions, good for eating. The only other things we've got in here, like I say, a couple of tomatoes and a few tomatillos, quite a big one. No cucumbers. Did have one starting here, but it sort of squashed at the end, so I pulled it off. Other than that, nothing really. And a couple of the giant jalapenos up there. But like I say, Heart hasn't been with it this year, and there's the cucumber that I pulled off. Hopefully next year we're back in full swing. Right then guys, that is going to be it for me today. If you do want to know how big and how much these onions weigh, keep an eye out for the video in a few days. I won't be putting the actual weights on there, but I will put the size. I'll add the weights after Polytunnel has done his video announcing everyone else's weights and everything like that, and I'll try and tag that video in one of my other videos or even this video, so you can pop over and check out Pete's channel. That'd be absolutely brilliant. But for now, that's going to be it for me today. Just like to say a massive thank you to everyone for watching, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Really helps out the channel. Bye for now.